like we got some greats already that we've developed from right out of here. So what are you even saying? That's how it felt just to walk in there. So secondly, the first thing I remember is getting to see anybody from the Freestyle Fellowship or one of their, cohorts, main friends who got to hang with them, right? The heavyweights. Getting to see one of them rap was very different. Like you saw some good people, you'd be like, oh, all right, they were good. All right. They gave it their all. You're like, oh man, you could tell he had that shit down pat. He must rehearse that shit at home. Like
Right.
when they got on, it was different. This is what you were here to see. Like whatever the lure and legend of at this place, whatever the special is to walk into, you're now getting it paid off. Like your $3, if you thought it wasn't worth it, one day you'll be like, people will be lucky they didn't have to pay $300 to see this shit that you about to get exposed to. So that was getting to see any one of those four, Mike and I, AC Alone, Self Jupiter, especially Peace, because he was always wide open up in there, always at the highest level of experimentation because he was younger than them, but he was still trying to prove it, right? He was trying to prove that he belonged. He did, but he didn't know it. And he was going to prove it to you and himself, too, because he felt the same pressure that he put and heaved upon everybody else. He felt it and put it on himself. That's the other thing. You felt the genuineness of artists pushing themselves like that. And yeah, they weren't going to hold you to a higher stringent standard, more stringent standard than they were holding themselves to. That's the key. Female, male, tell you the third memory. When I saw, I think her name was Chocolate Ty from Dangerous Women, battle Dexel, JXL from Hip Hop Clan. Because Hip Hop Clan, they were like the peanut gallery. But I'm saying they were also like the barometer. So like if you could get booed off on amateur night, whoever was in the crowd that started the boos, all right, that was Hip Hop Clan. And the crowd followed along. So he was already like a fierce figure. He wasn't the leader. That was this cat named Rifleman, LA Cool. But he was number two. He was definitely the number two guy. And I don't know if they had got into it, if they had a little relationship. I don't know what the case was, but they got into it in there one night. And a battle between them was allowed to happen. Normally, our mother elder B Hall probably would have broke something like that up. But it wasn't coming from a violent place. They weren't cursing because she didn't allow cursing. So this went on. And she ate his ass. I mean, she ate his lunch. Like, I couldn't believe it. It was like watching a girl beat up a dude, but a gangbanger. Like a legitimate gangbanger who be fighting in the streets. She rocked him, yo. I was like, my mouth was open. Like, to see her do that right up in there was a powerful message that, like, up in here, the women are just as good and will murder you just like these dudes. And the dudes ain't taking it easy on them either. They're like, maybe, you know what I'm saying? You won't put your hands on a woman, but as long as it's just words and it's art and, we sparring, yeah, that was allowed and even encouraged. Because it's like, hey, well, you don't want to get up here. Show them what you got. Don't let them back. Be always like, don't let them back you down. Get them. I was watching her too while I'm watching it, right? Because I'm like, is she cool with it? Because she pulled Medusa and Coco off. This is in Ava's film, the documentary, for like being a little too sexual, with their content, right? And they were actually being pretty descriptive. They were being what you would call poetic.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it was a line where they were like, and cherries. He's like, oh, no. He ain't doing all the cherries. Like, no. So obviously while this is happening, I'm like, word? I'm like, okay. She's liking that old girl is standing up for herself. Yeah, she wanted to get his too. And we all kind of do. We all kind of want, not like we don't like him, but for even trying to do this to this girl, we kind of want her to win. But
Right,
even
right.
still, we can't win in four. We can't want to win, and that's why she won. So everybody's hanging off every bar, making sure that like she really is winning. And dog, she really won to the point to where it affected him. Like that chilled him out after a bit. And we had other, I can't go into them all, but we had other battles like that.